So, now that I'm done with the regular Yu-Gi-Oh card game, I can exchange all of these for Master Duel dust, right? Right? What's going on with ya, big dog? And it is an amazing Friday. I hope your Friday is going phenomenal, and if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your Friday ruin the rest of your Friday. Speaking of such, I know that there are tons of players getting into Master Duel. One would have to wonder what exactly would be the best decks in Master Duel, since it's a lot different than the current card game that we're playing. For example, the Master Duel uses the OCG Forbidden List, and most things past Dawn of Majesty going forward don't exist in the game. In this video, I'm going to be talking about those particular decks that you should be looking at if you want to get to the top tables. But of course, if you want to learn more about Master Duel outside of just the top decks that you could be playing, feel free to join my Discord. There's going to be some awesome people there that can help you along the way, or you can catch me on stream when I do stream Master Duel, which is going to be on Twitch at Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Without further ado, let's start talking about these decks that you should be looking into playing. So, grind that dust or you will be dust. So it's almost no surprise in a format where Maxi exists and Skill Drain at 3 that Outlich would be one of the top contending decks inside of Master Duel. Reason being is because Outlich doesn't necessarily special summon a bunch, and on top of that, it can abuse Skill Drain, a card that negates all monsters on the field, but not Outlich because your monsters are traps. Conquistador or Hakero allow you to destroy a face-up card on the field or banish a card in your opponent's graveyard as trap cards. As long as you have Outlich the Golden Lord, who doesn't have an on-field effect either, this deck can take full advantage of Skill Drain, but the deck doesn't really stop there. Outlich is so versatile, you can play it in a myriad of ways. You can play a Numeron engine, which I've seen players use to success, being able to obliterate your opponent's board by special summoning Numeron monsters, going for an OTK, or making Infinite Track Fortress Mega Clops with ease, which is kinda hard to deal with in this current Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I'm telling you, if you did invest into Outlich, which is no cheap investment, you'd probably be at the top tables extremely fast, as this is projected as one of the best decks in Master Duel. Now you can say that I'm fairly persistent about this deck, but that's mainly because this is actually the perfect format for it. And if you ever lose, you could just say that I'm a sore loser when I say Dinosaurs is one of the top meta decks that will take over Master Duel. One thing we have to keep in mind about Master Duel is that it is a best of one series. And while some players will choose to go second, most players will choose to go first. Well, what is a deck that can go second and blow your opponent's board out of the water and doesn't necessarily need a side deck to do it? Dinosaurs do that best with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno being able to flip all of your opponent's monsters face down, and while having a boss monster inside of your main board is just beneficial because you can search it, it also allows you to play under Maxi with ease. On top of that, Miscellaneousaurus is at 3 with this particular Master Duel list, meaning that you have multiple chances to be able to prevent your opponent from preventing you and allow you to establish a board while also playing under cards like Nibiru the Primal Being and other hand traps. But if you are really trying to Rex your opponent, this deck is no slouch going first. True King of All Calamities is off the Forbidden List, and this is a strategy that can make True King of All Calamities fairly easy. Even with losing DPE and Red Eyes Dart Dragoon, Dinosaur actually got a lot better. And if you were to ask me if it could make the top tables, I would say I bet your ass it can. Dog, you can't say that that wasn't good. A strategy that is all bite and no bark, you won't get that one unless you actually seen the script, is Virtual World. Now, Virtual World is definitely one of the best digital decks on the digital format because, again, it can make True King of All Calamities. There's a reason why this card is banned in the TCG, but for some reason, it exists in Master Duel. Being able to lock out your opponent from those on-field effects, and then any monster that they activate in the hand or graveyard with the same attribute is huge, but also being able to prevent them from attacking is even bigger. Virtual World Gate Chuche also allows them to get an additional layer of protection just when your opponent thought that they can use cards like Forbidden Droplet or Forbidden Chalice to destroy your True King of All Calamities. You can always destroy it with your Chuche, meaning that that effect is pretty much gonna go through. But just because this city may have been one of the most densely populated places on Earth before, doesn't mean you gotta be dense in the brain to use it. It actually requires big brain, strong Jane complex strategies that allow you to make Virtual World QB Shinshin, being able to macrocosmos the entire field, and also make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon with ease. That's a free monster negate. Virtual World is strong, it hits fast, it's incredible, and it doesn't require a terabyte of data for you to insert pun here. I guess take a bite out of the other decks. Was that good enough? I think that was good enough. Now, if rappers ever started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, they're definitely going to pick Master Duel, and the deck that I know 100% they are going to pick is True Draco. Bringing out the Draco on your opponent is definitely something that's a part of the culture, but this one's just a little bit different. My favorite thing about this is just how rap and anime cross over so well. My girlfriend named Keiko, shoot 'em up with the Draco. Got the water like Mako, and I shoot out like the Staples, dog! I mean the Crypto Center, right? Oh, we're just having the best time of our lives here. I promise you there'll be no more Yusuke puns, but what you should use will KO your opponent inside of the True Draco cards. Your True Draco spell cards like Disciples and True Draco Heritage not only allow you to draw cards, but they destroy your opponent's spell and trap cards. Then there's Apocalypse and True King's Return, which allow you to modify an opponent's monster's attack or special summon from the graveyard, but then destroys your opponent's monsters when sent to the graveyard. The best thing about these True Draco cards is that they actually give you an additional normal summon, and your True Draco monsters like Dynamite can tribute off these spell cards to summon themselves to the side of the field. True Draco greatly benefits from this format. Not only does it skirt past Maxi, as is a deck that does not normal summon, it takes full advantage of skill drain and card demise at 3. This is 100% the deck that I'm going to be building in Master Duel from here on out. I mean, come on guys, look at the skin color, it says Draco in the name. I mean, Utopic Draco Future is a Soldier Boy Future card, right? And I gotta say, if you are cultured, then you love your BBWs, you know, the girls that'll suck you dry and then go have lunch with you. Tri-Brigade just, I don't think it's that type of girl. I mean, in all honesty, I don't think it's a girl at all. Tri-Brigade look like digital cards in Master Duel. But this deck is actually incredible when it comes to the best decks in Master Duel in itself. Being able to banish BBWs, which is Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast from your graveyard to be able to special summon the appropriate BBW Link monsters to your side of the field is kind of strong. But what this deck has over some of the other strategies is that not only is this deck really cheap to get, it takes full advantage of the Zodiac package. That's right, in Master Duel, Zodiac Dryden just so happens to not be banned. So we're gonna play it until they ban it. I genuinely don't know what you're thinking. You really messed up, Konami. You gave us Dryden Mommy back. And yes, granted, you took away Rat Pier, you took away Barrage, and you gave us Zeus to 1, but you gave us Dryden Mommy back. Look, I will hunt you, I will find you, and I will use Zodiac Dryden on you until you submit to Dryden Mommy. Tri-Brigade, like Virtual World, Eldritch, and Dino are just absolutely incredible. There's actually kind of a trend going on here, is not only are these strategies good in Master Duel, they're fairly good in real life Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's pretty interesting. Don't put a tinfoil over my head yet, but it's almost like Konami is trying to prep you to playing real Yu-Gi-Oh! By playing Master Duel to double up their pockets. But don't put a tin hat over my head just yet. And that is all that I have for today. The best decks in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Of course, there are some amazing decks that I missed out for, like Prank Kids, Thunder Dragons, and Sky Strikers, and there are some decks that are some genuine losers because of the Forbidden List. Like, I mean, Pendulum, no matter what, is always a loser, right? But on top of that, there's Phantom Knight, Invoked, and Altergeist. I was actually thinking about making a tier list on the most competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks versus their cost. If that's something that you want to see, then go ahead and let me know. But be sure to also check out these videos, as I'll catch you on the next one. Now, can't let Konami read the rest of my thoughts, so later.